Like these things are so minuscule of importance. Hey everyone, welcome to Clear Discussion. I'm John, and man, got a lot to unpack with this video. If Chris Bumstead, Mr. Olympia Classic 3 or 4 time winner, is a dad bod, and Margot Robbie, famous actress, very beautiful woman, is considered a mid, we're in some trouble sometimes, guys. This is pretty bad. And this isn't me saying this, by the way. This is 2 specific videos that I have seen that are hundreds of thousands of views of people stating their opinion on this, the way I just said it, with Margot Robbie being a mid and Chris Bumstead having a dad bod. I mean, it's getting out of hand. You know, I'll look at myself in the mirror and I think to myself, like, I don't think I'm some amazing looking dude. I don't think I look like Chris Hemsworth or anything. I'm not out here like, whoa. But I also don't think I look horrid. I don't think I'm some complete mess of a man who, when I look in the mirror, I'm like, oh, I'm disgusting, you know. But if I had poor self-esteem, oh, I'd be like, what can I do about this? And I'm sure it's the same for a lot of women who are out there, a lot of girls who are out there. You know, I can't speak on their behalf. You know, I don't get it from that side, but I can get it from the other side with people talking about Chris Bumstead, who is arguably, if you follow bodybuilding, has one of the best physiques in history. Yikes. I've talked about this before with other videos. I'm thinking of one specifically where if we lived 200 years ago, this would not be a problem because you wouldn't know how attractive someone is across the world. You wouldn't know, you wouldn't care because it doesn't matter to you. You're not in their shoes. You're not dealing with them on a regular basis. But with social media, with movies, with shows, with the massive, massive amounts of interactions we have, you know, via online presence is crazy. So because of that, we have this bombardment of visuals of other people in seconds, man. You know, like the pictures I have of Chris Bumstead and Margot Robbie, I literally just Google those. And boom, that's what popped up. I'm like, okay, this one looks good and this one looks good. Boom, done. It's kind of crazy. How did we get to this point? As people, as society, I would put these 2 people we're talking about, Chris Bumstead and Margot Robbie, on a high list of attractiveness, like objectively so. And we got some people downgrading them, degrading them, like, come on, this is ridiculous. You know, it's no wonder so many people have really bad self-esteem, really bad self-image, because you grow up in an era where everything is comparison of, you don't look like so-and-so, so you're not hot. These situations make it so clear to me that you have to detach yourself from reality sometimes. You have to look in the mirror and go, I'm okay. Like, I look fine. I look good. Whatever you want to tell yourself too, because you should have good self-esteem. You know, even if you look in the mirror and you are objectively unattractive or ugly, don't bring yourself down and don't let it, you know, break you. But at the same time, when it seems like society has these incredibly high standards for what objectively attractive people look like, I can speak for myself as an average-ish guy. How can I compete with this? My best physique possible is not going to look like Chris Bumstead, ever. And I know this, I'm okay with this, but if I was wrapped up in society's norms, which I don't think this is the norm, I think this is a weird exception that we have to beat down into submission so other people don't get the wrong idea and think, man, I gotta look like this or that. No, you don't. You're fine. You know, keep these things in mind. This comparison, these standards, these beauty standards we have for men and women, Because I saw the Chris Bumstead thing a while ago now. And I was like, this is ridiculous, dude. Like, how can we dudes compete with this? This is abysmal. You got some, I'm guessing, college-age girls in the video I'm talking about saying that he's a dad bod. What the heck? And then you have, this is him on a bulk, full context. And then you have a video that my wife actually just showed me recently of people calling Margot Robbie a mid. And I was like, oh, fair enough. Like, it does happen on both sides of the aisle. And I know it does, but it doesn't come at me from the girl side so much in terms of the videos and things that are suggested for me, if this makes sense. Whereas I'm sure my wife is obviously more focused on those things. And I'm sure those kinds of videos get recommended to her more. Whereas I get the ones that are focused on, oh my gosh, Chris Bumstead, dad bod stuff. But it's ridiculous, man. These two people are incredibly attractive people. We have to acknowledge this, and we have to say this, because I don't want us going around, and by us I mean in general, people, population, thinking that this is the average. Nope, that is nowhere close to the average. Not even a little bit. You know, I look at myself in the mirror and I would say, I'd like to think I'm above average, but I would not be surprised if you showed me, you know, just a picture of myself to somebody and they were like, average, you know. If they said below average, then I'd be like, I don't think so. But that's also my pride and self-esteem kicking in, which I freaking love, by the way. Off topic there a little bit, but still kind of the same boat. You have to have confidence in yourself. You have to have the ability to look in the mirror and be confident in who you are as a person. There's so many things that when I look in the mirror that I could bring down and complain about because I'm not happy, like perfectly happy about how they look on me. Like, I think I have a big nose, you know. It'd be nice if I had a smaller nose. I'm not gonna worry about that. Like, come on now. Like, these things are so minuscule of importance. You know, I'm not a model, so it doesn't matter how I look. I want to look good for myself and my wife and just society in general. I don't want to be walking around looking like a bum, you know. I don't think anybody per se does. Bringing it full circle, we cannot let these things become the norm. We cannot let talking about objectively very attractive people as if they're not attractive or average become the norm. No freaking way. I don't care who you are. I don't care how many times you hop on Instagram or Twitter or X, whatever. Whatever it is that you see, and there's thousands of images of thousands of people that look great and whatnot. We cannot normalize this thought of these people being, Margot Robbie, Chris Bumstead, being average. No way, not today. A really good quote I heard recently, and I can't remember where it's from, was, don't compare someone's outsides, as in, which sounds funny, as in their like social media presence, pictures of themselves or whatever, to your insides, your inner workings, because you don't know what they're going through in terms of their mentality. You know, they could be having social anxiety issues. You have no idea. Maybe you do. And you're like, geez, I can't believe they're doing this. We're all different people. We're all unique. And we all have different thought processes. We have to keep these things into account. And by doing that, we have to not be crazy about what our standards are, especially in terms of physical attractiveness. That's it, guys. If you liked the video, hit the like, subscribe, and comment down below. And let's talk about these things, because this is a bigger issue at its depth, I think. Let me know what you guys think, though.